My name is Tene Sommer, and this is Marbella Life. I'm so excited to introduce you to my guest in today's episode, the one and only John Brendmoe, a Norwegian businessman who has built up a $500 million business in less than a decade. He's mainly known for his family-run property company, Antima, who has flipped now over 60 houses in Marbella. And as we sit down with him in their latest masterpiece that just sold for nearly 16 million, we get a glimpse of his mindset and work ethic. We talk about what it takes to get to where he is today, about his charity work, his personal health crisis, of course about Marbella Forum, and about a secret project that he has not shared publicly before. Want to know more? Tune in and enjoy.
Come back here 10 years ago when I sold my second business, a real estate company, and we come here to Spain actually to retire. I was retired for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And then I get very boring. So it was all about to see what can we do to find some nice things to do. And we starting to buy one house. We renovated, sold it. It was an incredible success. And now we have done 60. All my business need to be successful, and all my business need to be strong earnings, so we can have power to give back. I'm quite blessed. In that company we are 83% women. I love working with women, and woman has a strong, driven intelligence that you not so often find by a man. And Hideaway will be a Ralph Lauren proper home for a big family who like to have a peaceful part of the Mediterranean, spectacular view. You can see the Atlas Mountain and you can see the whole ocean, and it will be absolute a masterpiece.
Wow.
To around 30 million euro.
Wow.
My personal crisis was 4 years ago. I get a virus on my brain, and I couldn't remember the name of my wife, my kids.
Is there any kind of project that you're planning on that you can share?
Yeah, I have a secret.
Yeah.
And you are the first one.
Hello everyone, and hello John.
Hello, hello.
Thank you
Welcome.
so much. Thank you so much for having us here in this beautiful, beautiful dream
Of
home.
course, was the right place to take you. So I'm very happy that you could come.
Thank you.
The house is sold, so
The house
it's going
is sold.
to be delivered to a client in 14 days. So I think we was on a good
Oh wow.
match with the interview.
Oh my God, but it just came on the market.
Exactly. As all our house just come on the market and just sold.
Wow, well, congratulations. I had no idea.
Thank you so much.
I was going to say this house is on the market and so on. Well, too late. You
Yes.
have to build more houses.
Yes, we have to.
Wow.
Absolute.
So, before we go into all the houses, introduce yourself a little bit to people who may not know you. Where you're from, just a little bit about your background and what you do.
I'm actually John Brendmoe, 60 years, starting my business very young, in an age of 17 in Norway. I was so bad at school, and I didn't like school at all. So I'm starting to paint houses. And it was also not so nice. So quickly I wrapped up the business, and in a period of 5-6 years I had 500 painters.
Wow.
And I'm building up Scandinavian biggest painting company. I sold it successfully in Norway. And then I'm traveling around the world, I'm doing different things. Long story short, I come back and to my favorite place, Marbella in Spain, 30 years ago. But we come back here 10 years ago when I sold my second business, a real estate company. And we come here to Spain actually to retire. I was retired for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And then I get very boring. So it was all about to see what can we do to find some nice things to do. And we starting to buy one house. We renovated, sold it. It was an incredible success. And now we have done 60.
That's crazy.
So in the last 8 years has been a really, really great journey. And maybe the cool thing is that we're doing it with the family.
Yeah. How is that? How is working with your family? Because I've heard mixed responses from people. Some people say, no, I keep my family out of my business. It always ends bad. I always have to fire them. How have you done this? How have you raised these children who are so motivated and not spoiled with money?
Yeah, no, I think we are extremely lucky because we love what we're doing. All of us has a passion of property, of decoration, interior. My daughter is an interior design lady, has 6 years of school. I have always been in developing in property renovation and interior. My wife is very organized with keeping all the things together and keep the logistic together. And now my son is the CEO. So you can understand what we are talking about in the dinner. It's all about the business, but you need to be all in and you need to have a passion. If not, it will never work. But we are quite clever to talk about different things. If you are on holiday or try to cut off from time to time.
The work.
But it's really, really fun to buy something who looks really, really bad and 12 months later you see the result of what's coming out. And I think I have the best work in life, to be honest.
So you've always had this entrepreneurial like mindset. You said you didn't like to go to school, but you knew you wanted to do.
Yes.
You know, you wanted to hire people. You had this mindset of being your own boss.
Always driven hard, and always wanted to be better, and always taken chances. But maybe most of all, always been positive to different businesses. So. We have a furniture company, we have a furniture shop, we have a mall, we have a hotel, we have a big entrepreneur company in Norway, the biggest in Scandinavian. We have many, many different businesses, but maybe one of the most incredible business are also Antima charity, where we're giving back to people who has nothing. So I have a daughter who is Synne, and she's the president of Antima charity. And this is really, let's say, where the emotional part of the family comes in, because we do such as many things for the people who doesn't have anything in life. And that gives me a very special feeling. And now I'm not afraid to say that all my business need to be successful, and all my business need to be strong earnings, so we can have power to give back.
Yeah, that must be an incredible feeling.
That it's the best.
And how were you raised? Did you come from a family of working class, or was your father also a businessman?
I come from a family who worked very hard. They was never rich. My father was a painter as well. My mother was a successful office manager for BP Oil. Never at home, always at work. Lived in Norway back on the 70s and 80s, and she lived in London, so she fly to London every morning, fly back every evening. And she was very, very strong businesswoman. But we was never super, super, super rich. So I will say that, yes, I take over the second generation, small company. I build up the third generation, and now my kids are the fourth generation. And that's quite unique, and it feels great to think about.
Yeah, definitely. And which of these projects, you said you're very proud of the charity, but which of one of your businesses are you the most proud of?
The fastest growing company we're building now, it's Sandon. We produce furniture in Spain by craftsmen. Including these things. You can see everything you're seeing around, and everything is tailor-made, one piece by one. And under COVID, we was able to buy that little company in a little village with 70 people, all from one family.
Wow.
And if it didn't bite, everything has go bankruptcy, and it has been destroyed today, also third generation company. I feel very proud of it, and I can't wait to open the big flag store in Forum soon, with all of it. And it also grow with a lot of interior architects. So I'm quite blessed. In that company, we are 83% women. I love working with women. And woman has a strong, driven intelligence that you not so often find by a man. So it was not long time ago, it was the Day of the Woman, and I was very proud to announce that we are 83%
that's not
women in
common.
our company.
Yeah, that's amazing. Even though they say women are emotional and women have this and that, there is, I think women are more career driven nowadays, and they can do more, and they have the power to.
The 6 countries who did it best under COVID was all president or prime minister by a woman.
Wow.
So think about that.
Yeah.
And they think twice before they act, and very, very, very. I see the same in the business. I see hardworking people, and I have super big respect for that power to be a very successful woman who in work, but also taking care of the home, on top of it making babies. It's incredible. It's really incredible.
Yeah. But would you call yourself a self-made millionaire, or how important has it been? Has money been in your life? Has it been always the goal that you worked towards?
I have never thinking about the money. Money has not in itself been the driven. But I feel that I always have been rich, but in different levels. And I have always not thinking so much about the earnings, but I have always thinking about to what I'm into. And what I into need to give cream on the cake. I have always seen myself on the wrong side of the table, that I need to impress the clients. I know for sure that I have been very, very clever in sale. I'm a salesman. I love selling, but also to win the trust of the client make me extremely proud.
Yeah.
I have a motto. I will never go to court. When anyone screw me, I'm only telling myself 1 foot ahead and forget about yesterday. I prefer to be around good energy. We have paint in the roof in our house. Respect everyone. Always stay as friends and together for life. And
nice.
now I have been married 40 years. And these words means also that you need to tell, you cannot shout on your kids. You can tell them stories. And you can talk to them as equal partners. When you do that, you will get a totally different respect.
Definitely.
Always.
Yeah, that's very, very nice to hear.
I protect every life in the world. You can be transsexual, gay, Muslim, Christian, whatever. I will never judge anyone, and I will treat people that how I want to be treated by myself or animals.
That's very kind. So have you always been like this?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Because that's quite rare, to be honest. There is always people criticizing others and this and that, and they can be successful, and they still do that. But to be successful and kind and humble is not so
Every
common.
friends in my house, they know they can never talk about people who is not in the house in a bad way. I will not let them allowed, and there is no reason for it. The life is challenge enough. and I don't want to focus on bad energy in any situation.
But have you felt any kind of competition in Marbella or some jealousy? And because you've been doing extremely well very quickly, have you felt any of that?
Not in person. People have told me. But again, when I come here as a businessman 10 years ago, the first thing I think that was important for me is to try to reach out to as many as possible, to be extremely broker friendly, because we need brokers to sell house. But all the people we're also doing business with, they need to see a solid family. And these are the most important for me. I like to be open, transparent, honest. And I like that people talking good or at least respect what I'm doing and what I'm stay for. And this is what I wake up with every day.
Yeah, and you are very optimistic, and I think also if you keep your energy positive, you don't attract the negative as much, because there is always people who talk bad about you. But if you send them love and good energy,
I'm like 25 years in my head. I can burn out everyone because I'm full of energy. I don't know where that comes from, but I have always had a part of AJ where I always like to wake up and say, this day going to be nice. And I feel very blessed because of that, because that is there is always so much positive in my life that I'm really don't take for granted. And with positive things, it comes other positive things. If you give back, I feel that always things come to you for a reason. It's something about you give to a school, you give to a charity foundation or whatever, and something happened 3 days after, 2 days after, and every time I say, wow, where is this comes from? And there is something in the universe that I think taking care of it.
For sure. Do you believe in like energy and
I do.
Frequency and law of attraction, all of these
100%.
things? Yeah.
100%.
And how do you practice that in your life? Do you set goals, and do you think like, okay, this is the next project, or this is what I'm going to do, and how do you set goals?
Always. I'm always setting goals, and I always have short goals are the year we are into, and I have always a 3 years and a 5 years target, let's say. But I always also set goals for the day, what I can do with myself. I'm not so religious, but I believe in the breathing technique. I'm doing a lot of that with my daughter, meditation, and that also take you down when this is necessary.
When you have stressful days at work.
Exactly.
So how do you start your day? Tell us about your
starting
normal day.
Very early. I am a big fan of, I'm eating only 8 hours a day, so I'm not eating too much before 12 o'clock, and I never eat after 8. But I wake up and I have some little fruit to some vitamins, and I plan my day, go to the office. I like to be in the office till 5, 6, coming home, see movie, eating dinner with the family. We have always Sundays dinner, and but the weekdays I go quite early to bed because I like to be early up. I wake up to birds every day. That is quite unique in Marbella, because in Norway the birds are 6 months not in Norway because of the darkness and cold, but here, when you wake up with the birds in the morning, it's like incredible.
Yeah, it's like waking up in paradise.
Yes.
I mean, this is paradise. It doesn't really get better than this.
It cannot.
But why did you choose Marbella as the place to retire? You could have gone anywhere in the world.
I have been here the last 30 years, so I think it was for that, but it was not very popular to say that we're leaving to Marbella, because Marbella was not Marbella 10 years ago. It was quite a lot of strange people, It was not the place to be, but I think the government, I think the police has done an incredible job. I think there is more normal people here now who make the atmosphere that we want.
I agree.
Now we have every kind of people. We have every nation. We have every culture. We have different restaurants, Lebanese or Russian or American or French, and we all enjoy the part of Spain on a different level. But we can all find good things about Marbella if you are rich or poor. It doesn't cost anything to walk on the beach, to suck in the waves, or in the mountain.
Yeah.
At the same time, I will say that it's very important to use Marbella in the right way. And the right way are the healthy way. That's how I am seeing it.
But like you said, you can go to the beach for free, but even money-wise, there are so many restaurants that are still very normal priced.
Exactly.
With a few euro tapas and a
I love
€2,
it.
€3 caña.
I love it.
You don't always have to be the
No.
We have beautiful high-end places here, but
Yes.
still, that's, what I'm trying to also normalize. There is normal people living here, raising their, kids, and you can really have a normal life here. It's not so...
And that's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's actually the beauty, to go to Benahavis or go up in Istan, go to the local bars. When you see the local people, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you still go to these places, simple
Always,
places?
yes. I have also going many times to La Concha. Everybody talking about the mountain, but I can strongly recommend, go up there. It's a very nice feeling.
I have to go. It's
You have
still on
to
my bucket list.
do it.
This year I will do it.
Do it.
Because I had kids before and it's been difficult to find the time. But
Yes.
one day I'll take also my kids.
Yes,
and
do
we'll
that.
go.
They will love it.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Besaya Beach and Tikitano by Besaya. Visit my website to find out more about these beautiful restaurants.
So when you started 10 years ago, you started basically flipping the houses and making them amazing. Did you know that this is the right place, the right time to do it, or you think it was a bit of luck as well? Or
No, I was strategic on that because don't forget, in 2008 the whole world collapsed, and it takes time after 2008. So 9, 10, 11 was quite rough for everyone, and I was still in Norway. But it comes to a point where I had a big interview in Financial Times of Norway, and I said that now I think it cannot go worst.
That the worst is
So
over.
now it is important to start to invest. We moved, and then I start to study the market, and I'm starting to understand that, wow, I cannot get enough houses quickly enough because this will go crazy. And it's from 2014.
It's gone.
Everything has been 10 times more expensive.
Yeah. But also the houses you created, I don't think, you really don't have competition.
We don't have.
Because what you create is so beautiful, and you have your own signature that each house I see, I'm like, I know this is Antima. You have your beautiful,
Yes.
And I remember when you started, because I was here and I saw this one house. I had friends who wanted to buy this house. They didn't buy it. You ended up buying it. It was one of the first ones you flipped, and you made it so beautiful, and I think you sold it so quick as well. I was like, oh, wow, look at that house. It had so much potential, and really, it's stunning.
We
what
try
you
to say,
create.
we have also a motto in Antima. We say that we like to sell with low shoulder guarantee. And low shoulder guarantee means that, first of all, our house comes with 10 years guarantee. So the client knows that, wow, this house, it's safe to buy. Because when you come to notary, you're meeting an insurance guy who say, I will take care of this house if anything happens. That's number one. Number two, we offer maintenance. So if any of these trees or anything's happened in the house, it's my fault. And I keep the house in the best condition for the client. And I'm so proud to say that most of our house, we are still in the house every week and taking care of the house for the clients. So the clients doesn't need to think about anything. They don't need to think about what's in the fridge. We buy in food, we pick them up in the airport, we have a massage, we have a handyman, we have a gardener, we have a pool guy, we have a dog care, we have everything that you need. So it's like for the people who buy a house in this price category, they have a totally low shoulder guarantee, and this is what we're giving them, and that feels extra nice.
And where are your clients mainly from, if you had to pin it down a little bit? I know there's many nationalities, but you would say top three.
I would say top three is Sweden, Belgium, Holland, and the UK.
Okay, interesting.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, and for example, this house, what was the asking price? 16?
The asking price was 16.5, and it was sold for close to that price.
Wow, what a masterpiece, really. And which projects do you have now next? What are you working on next?
Now we have Forum, as you know.
Yes.
I really hope that you will be a frequently guest.
Yeah.
Forum are a place for women.
Yeah.
And why I'm saying woman, it's because we have everything from hairdresser to nails, to flowers, to bakery, to restaurants, to interior, everything you need every day. It's what we're going to offer in Forum. It will be a place where we will try to play on all 5 senses, so people can come in, chill out, feel refreshed, feel safe, and only sit down and relax. We will say Forum, it's come in, hang out. Everything is, you can only sit there and have a coffee, or you can do your daily shopping or whatever. So it's a big project for us. We will be finished in May, opening 1st of June. It will also be a gym.
Wow.
And then we're working on 3 other projects here. One right over the street.
Yes, I saw your billboard outside.
And one with the blue crane down there. And then we have another one in Sierra Blanca. And we had the 4th house in Sagaleta. Sagaleta, it's a masterpiece. 24,000 square meter land with one of the biggest house called the Palacio. I didn't like the name because I don't like to build Palacio, I like to build home. So I changed the name at Hideaway. And Hideaway will be a Ralph Lauren proper home for a big family who like to have a peaceful part of the Mediterranean, spectacular view. You can see the Atlas Mountain and you can see the whole ocean, and it will be absolute a masterpiece to around 30 million euro.
Wow, I was going to ask what will be the price tag be. Wow. And which area of Marbella do you prefer? La Cerquilla or Sagaleta?
I love La Cerquilla. I love Golden Mile. But Nueva Andalusia, it's very special for me because it's so short distance to absolutely everything. So I think Andalusia, Golden Mile, it's my real favorite. But I understand the people who want to be in Sagaleta because it's a paradise for golfers. It's so quiet, and if you don't need to have daily trips down to Marbella, why not? You're living in a paradise.
Yeah, that's true. So you've come so far. Surely you've had some mentors or someone helping you with advice, or who has it been for you?
I have a fantastic woman who is from Saudi, and she's name is Lady Heba Fatani. She's my mentor and a very, very close friend. Very, very brave woman, intelligent, and she has a doctorate degree in crisis, in crisis situation. And she worked for the king of Saudi, and now she works for the king of Dubai, and I meet her 12 years ago. She taking the room. I'm falling in love of her attitude, and she has been a big part of our family. And then I have 2 older men who is extremely strategic and good. And it's always good to have mentors. I recommend everyone to have mentors that can step in and give you power and give you advice in the way you are in life. And every person should have a mentor. A mentor has nothing to do with if you are rich or poor or wherever you are. Everyone needs a mentor on the level where they are and wherever they are.
Yeah.
That's my strongest recommendation.
So if you have some kind of crisis, you call up your mentor as well. But what has been like the biggest crisis in your life, or the biggest challenge, or the biggest happening? Like, how was COVID, for example? Was that really tough on the business and on you and your family, or what has been the hardest time?
Thank you for that question. First of all, COVID doesn't affect me at all, and I was quickly out to the family to say, listen, we are so lucky as a family. We need to take care of all the employees. So the first thing I did was to say, for us, there is no erte. For us, it's all about taking care of all the employees. And for us, it's all about to tell every employees, we're talking about hundreds of people, go on FaceTime 9 o'clock every morning. And 9 o'clock every morning I had a speech. Be positive. These things will go over. Don't worry. And I also starting to sending out food package once a week. So we get a permission to send when it was lockdown. We're sending, and I also sent to business related friends. So when I did that, I recognized how many who was totally alone. And what's happening was that 5 of these people, they ask, I don't want to work for this lawyer company anymore. I want to work for you, John.
I was going to say,
so
are you
I
hiring?
Said, please come in. Please
Everyone
come in.
will
Please
wanna
come
work.
in. So we hired 5 of the best people.
Wow.
Only to give them support and love under a strict regulation like that. Because I have always understand that, okay, it comes a crisis, but that will go. My personal crisis was 4 years ago. I get a virus on my brain, and I couldn't remember the name of my wife, my kids. I was in the hospital, and I remember I stay in the corridor and I pee, and I didn't know where I was. And I had a bad infection on my brain, and my family called my doctor in Norway, and they take me out of the hospital into the private first aid plane from Denmark and take me to Norway. When I come to Norway, I remember I'm landing, and I remember that everybody who was outside the plane looks like they was on the moon with the full moon uniform, and then I understand this is seriously. Serious. And the doctor told me that we have treated you as you have Ebola, AIDS, everything, because we don't know what's wrong with you. And they changed the blood. And I had Zika bird
virus. Wow.
bit in the desert of Dubai.
Oh, wow.
That's what they're saying. I still doesn't know 100%, but I understand I was very close to not be here anymore. And that was very, very hard.
And how did it change you as a person?
I will say that I don't take things for granted. And it has affected me a little bit because sometimes I need to stop to think. But it has not been any big challenge, let's say. I forgot thing more easy. But come on, I'm 60 and I have still many years to go. And but it was scary, really scary.
Yeah, but here you are, looking better than ever and
so
going
much.
stronger than ever.
I have fantastic team around me, so I'm very happy for that.
And how would your team or your workers describe you as a boss? Are you strict?
Probably an asshole.
Yeah.
No, I am. I tell everyone that I employ people who is better than me, and I'm not like to be the boss. I like every individual to run themselves as best as they can. In my company, it is allowed to do mistake. When you do mistake, you learn from it. There is, of course, crazy times that things happen or whatever. I think it's not easy every day for employees to work for a family who are so involved in absolutely everything. But I think also that in some way it's maybe more fun because we can take decision much faster. I try to learn my son, but first of all, he has thousands of things that he can learn me because he's young, ambitious, he's clever with people, clever to talk. But I'm much faster than him in many things. So we learn from each other. So what I mean is that I feel very blessed with the team I have, and all my leaders, except one, are women. So you have Oda, who is marketing director. She will be responsible for every communication, photo, social media, everything, and she will build a strong team under her. We have an office manager, Sheila, who has the whole office. We have Julia, who has the CEO of Sandon. Laura, architect, boss of all the construction, project manager, all of these things. Another Laura, boss of the shops. So all of them are much better than me, and I am blessed that can work with so many young people. And at the same time, I try to step back to let also the people grow. And we have very many people down on the floor who doing an amazing job. Yeah. I think we have 0.0 people on sick leaves, and we're telling people that we are a company for families, 2 families. I support if you get pregnant. I support if you can work from home. I support if we can find a way to solve things. I know that from time to time, if I'm tired, I'm going home 2 o'clock and take a nap. And I expect the same from my employees because they know the work needs to be done. I don't care if they work Sunday, Monday, 8 o'clock in the evening and starting 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't really care.
As long as it's done.
Exactly.
But I think that's the quality also of a good boss or a good businessman, to delegate the things. Not you cannot do everything on your own. So having the best team is how you have the best company.
Yes.
And obviously with your family you can trust trust them as well.
I like to say to myself that I'm a very good motivator, but I'm a very bad boss. I don't want to be the boss. And my son are now the CEO, but I want to be the old guy who everybody can come and talk to. I want to be the nice one, and I want to be the guy who make people happy or proud or have a nice speech. Or I try to say to my son, you can every day celebrate something. Do it. Celebrate every day and hush down all the shit. Because when you do that, you make a culture. And that's very important.
It's excellent. Your company sounds like an amazing company to work for.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. Let's talk a little bit about Marbella. What does Marbella lifestyle mean to you and Marbella life?
Marbella has two sides.
Yeah.
I have lost a lot of friends to drugs, divorce, problems. And it's sad to say, and it's sad to see. And you have especially Norwegian, Russian, UK people who drink more than anyone. So the luxury life of lifestyle, it's not for everyone. But Marbella has also the mountain, the track, the horse riding, the beach, and come on.
Yeah.
With all the fantastic places you can go, Marbella have everything, but you need to use it on the right way.
Yeah, it can be a dangerous place if you're not careful.
Exactly, but it's not a dangerous place because of crime. It's because of you need to have discipline.
Yeah.
And this is in life in general. You need to have discipline in everything you do.
Definitely.
So I think if you have read the last article from whatever magazine, international, Marbella has the best air to breathe. We have 320 days with sun.
It's incredible.
From here to home, it's 10 minutes. When I lived in LA, I spent 2 hours in traffic, and in the worst exhaust and poison air ever. I come home and I take my clothing like this and what? You know, we have so many things to be really, really happy for.
No, really, the quality of life in Marbella is
incredible.
Incredible. Yeah, and now, like you said, 10 years ago, it wasn't like it was. Now the top brands are coming here and opening the hotels, restaurants. You are building incredible things. So
police doing an incredible job. They take all the gangs out. I think Marbella has now the second biggest tourist attraction in the world. Spain are number 2 as well.
Yeah, and it's the best European destination also this year.
It is.
Yeah, and Forbes said I think Malaga is also another place.
Malaga, it's the best city in the world.
We're in the best place.
France losing because they have no clue to control the crime. Same with Sweden. It's sad, but it's a fact that it's not everywhere that the strong democracy they have has been poisoned with people who doesn't have the same value, and that is very, very, very dangerous.
Talking about Malaga briefly, have you ever thought about developing something in Malaga?
I had, but I has been very disciplined with myself because to Malaga it's 1 hour, and very many people say, why do you think about to develop in Soto Grande? And the only reason it's 1 hour as well. And to be able to do 500 million euro, 10 minutes from your house, why should I go 1 hour? But I love the old town. I love the old houses, the patio. The houses is from 1500, 1600 century. I love the big houses in Soto Grande. But for me, this playground are more than enough and will challenge me for many, many more years.
Okay, and is there any kind of project that you're planning on that you can share?
Yeah, I have a secret, and you are the first one.
Okay.
I'm dreaming about now to setting up a luxury place where 10 to 15 older couples can live together.
Oh, wow.
I have not found the right place, so if any of your listener can think about a nice finca, it doesn't need to be in the middle of La Sarquia or any place, but it needs to be a place where it's calm and where we can spoil let's say, the last 15, 20 years of their life to take care of them with health, with care, with doctor, with nurse, but with a luxury healthy life. This is something that is very, very underestimated, and young people like you has not always time to taking care of your parents. And let's say that your parent is in country X and you are here in Y, and you go with a bad feeling every day. So I bring my mother here, and this is why I'm telling that story. I bring my mother here 1 month ago, and she was here for a month. When she come, 86 years, she couldn't talk because she has not talked to anyone since Christmas. And she couldn't stand up from the chair, and she couldn't walk, and she cried. After a week, we walk on the promenade. After the second week, I take her walking chair away.
Wow.
And the last week, she talk, she putting on lipstick, she had massage every day, she had Pilates, she had hairdresser, she's starting to eat, she was in the conversation.
Next thing you know, she'll be climbing La Concha.
It was the most beautiful experience that I saw. And I said to her, listen, you will come back. Now it's springtime in Norway. She has a lot of friends, but what's happened when you're 86? You are in a fucking funeral every week to say goodbye to one of your friends. And I said, stop it. Stop it. So now she's with my sister, and then she will come back here. So after that week, I called her and I said, listen, Mom, you have given me such a lot of energy, but you have given me a new investment plan. And I will brand it after your name, and I will build that place. And this is a place also for everyone, because if you're thinking, your mother, father, your mother, father, very, very many older people have their home. They have no mortgage. So they're sitting there with their place. That place can be sold, and I can buy a guarantee that for this money, you will live with me the rest of your life. You will have red wine every day, or a cognac, or a dinner, or a physiotherapist, or a swim, or a walk, or somebody who read for you, or somebody that you can enjoy. And I will take care of you for the rest of your life. It's also not about money, always. It's about to do something good. And I think many of the families, not everybody thinking about, oh, I wish my mother will die because then I can sell their house and I take the money. This is a bullshit mentality, especially what we have in Scandinavia. If you are old in Philippines, the younger generation take care of you. But if you are old in Norway, no one take care of you. Because I'm here and my mother is there. She cannot go out. It's snow, it's dark,
slippery, and
it's dangerous. So I will make a new product who doesn't exist. And I'm not afraid to talk about it, because I wish more people think as me, because we all have an old mother or a father who need the best of the last 20 years of life.
Definitely.
Instead of sit in the old care house where nobody takes care of you. So thank you for that question, because
thank you for doing that.
I'm really, really looking forward to it.
I think it's a great project, and it's also, I think of also like giving back to my parents. You know, they have raised me. They have given their time and money on me. Now you can do something back. It's like it's just with pleasure,
100%,
with love you do that.
100%.
And it's a great idea, and I think people are going to start signing up after they hear.
Absolutely, they will. That's what I'm hoping. Antima Old Care Luxury will be a success.
Amazing.
100%.
And another thing about Marbella. Do you think there's anything else that is missing in Marbella? Not that you have to do it. Obviously, you have you have the means to do it. But is there anything you are missing in Marbella? Like you said, you lived in LA. You've lived in various places. What do you think Marbella is still missing?
It not much, but I know that there is so big business in nursery.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much big business also to do other food concept,
Mm-hmm.
food markets, but we have quite a lot
Mm-hmm.
really, really good things, I will say today, that we have in international big cities. So there is not much, let's say, we're missing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be more a place where young kids could go for farming,
Mm-hmm.
to see pigs, to see horses, to see these kind of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have a lot of very, very, very good society around us,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm quite blessed how Marbella has growing, with all the good different concept that coming the last years.
Mm-hmm. And what are name some of your favorite places in Marbella where you like to go, and a few maybe restaurants or cafes? You said you love La Concha and obviously the Paseo. Is there any other favorite places?
One of my really, really big favorite place are Marbella Club in the patio.
Mm-hmm.
I think that ambience in the patio with the old olive trees
Mm-hmm.
and the little bit mystique Arabic decoration, and there is always a nice atmosphere I always coming back to. But we have now Finca Cortesin.
Mm-hmm.
We have so many places that are really, really unique that not so many people has been into. I think I have been a favorite guest in the Central when they start
Mm-hmm.
with a
Me
nice
too.
coffee. The lady there, she make only 200 pancakes on Saturdays. So client comes
Mm-hmm.
early, and already before 11 they are sold out.
Yeah.
So there's many unique concept like
Mhm.
that. And as long as you want to be the best, you will always have success wherever you start in Marbella.
Definitely. And you will read more of John's favorite places in my blog, because you will have, I'm sure you have some other secret places you're not naming, so you'll see them in my blog. And just to finish up with you, and thank you for your time again, is there anything else you'd like to say? Any advice you want to give to people who are thinking of coming to Marbella, opening a business here, or any final words?
I only want to say thank you so much for being part of it.
Thank you.
And I hope that I have been to an inspiration.
Definitely.
And I always say, in every interview, I always say that meet people with a friendly hug,
Mhm.
and you will always get a hug back. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
let me be part
Thank
of
you. And I have
your
also
interview.
a little thank you from I have a little
No.
sustainable clothing brand, so I have a little present for you.
Wow.
It's made of organic cotton.
Fantastic.
So I hope you like it, and I hope it fits you. I will show
Thank
you.
you so much.
It has a little panda in the back, and it has
My God,
a sentence that I'm sure you.
I will use that in.
Mindset is everything.
Fantastic.
So I hope you wear
Absolutely.
it, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
I have also a gift for you. So I bring. So this is a first edition, and this is we have
Beautiful.
made 100. Okay.
Wow.
So this has the low shoulder living, and this book are all the houses we have done here.
My God.
So I wanted to give you. This is I
Thank you.
think 50.
Thank you. I don't need Pinterest anymore to
No,
save your
no,
houses.
no,
I can
I
have
wanted
it here.
to
Thank you.
give it to you.
This is-
So
This is my vision board.
oh, fantastic!
Thank you.
It's
Thank you so
on your
much. Very kind
coffee
of you.
table.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, we'll see more what happens with Marbella Forum and the next projects to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
This episode is brought to you by Selfmade, sustainable clothing that is comfy and chic. Visit the online shop selfmade.com.